We are completely surrounded by data. In fact, experts estimate that up to 90% of it is unstructured. But how a computer actually processes all this information? Well, that depends entirely on its form. So in today's explainer, we're breaking down a foundational concept, structured versus unstructured data.
By the end of this, the central idea behind these two data types is going to be crystal clear. We'll walk through exactly how they're handled from start to finish, and crucially, you'll learn how to recognize where your data results require a bit of caution.
Which brings us to the essential question anchoring this entire topic. How does structured and unstructured data actually differ, and why does that distinction matter? It's a big deal, because the answer fundamentally changes how information is stored, searched, and analyzed to make decisions.
Let's think about a single event. A spreadsheet row can describe it cleanly, right? Exact numbers, neat categories. Now, a photograph can capture that exact same event visually. To us humans, both formats perfectly convey the reality of what just happened. But a computer? It cannot process them using the exact same representation. It needs explicit definitions to make sense of the pixels in a photo compared to those neat rows and columns in a spreadsheet.
So, structured data follows a predefined schema of fields and types. Basically, it's highly organized in a way a machine immediately expects. Unstructured data, on the other hand, is your free text, images, audio, video. These formats do not naturally fit into a fixed table. They require an extra step, an additional representation before a computer can truly make sense of them. And that's the key. This distinction is all about how explicitly the organization and meaning are encoded for a machine. It's not about whether the content looks structured to our everyday human eyes.
Now, this processing flows through a pretty cohesive four-stage mechanism. Step 1 is fields, where structured records place values into named columns. Step 2 is media, or text. This represents those unstructured sources that hold information in more flexible forms. Step 3 is representation, which is where preprocessing extracts, encodes, or embeds the relevant signals so the machine can actually compute them. And finally, step 4 is analysis, where we apply methods perfectly suited to that resulting form. This path matters deeply because assumptions and errors can sneak in at more than one stage.
To make this concrete, imagine a mixed data set from a real-world customer support case. On the structured side, you've got concrete fields, the date, the product code, maybe the resolution status, super clean, all predefined. But the unstructured side contains the actual customer message, or perhaps an audio recording of the call. And this is how it usually goes. Real data sets in the wild are almost always mixed, just like this, relying on both structured fields and unstructured sources to tell the whole story.
So how do we get answers from this mixed data? Well, standard dashboards can tally up the structured fields directly, like instantly counting how many cases were resolved today. But that unstructured text or audio, that requires entirely different handling. It needs tokenization, transcription, or embedding first before we can draw any computational insights from it. A truly useful system connects these multiple representations, rather than trying to force some complex call recording into a tiny spreadsheet cell. It leaves every transformation visible and appropriate for that specific data type.
Practically speaking, this leads us to a really fundamental decision rule. Match the method to the question. Your storage, preprocessing, search, modeling, privacy controls, evaluation, all of it must be chosen based on the data you actually have available. And crucially, you have to choose techniques based on the cost of an error, not just because a method happens to be super popular or sophisticated right now. Always ask yourself, are my inputs appropriate and does this output actually answer the real question?
Let's clear something up, because there's a very common misconception out there. A lot of people think unstructured data has absolutely no organization, and conversely, that structured data is automatically perfectly clean. But in reality, unstructured data definitely contains patterns. Think of the complex grammar in a spoken sentence, or the recurring visual features in a photograph. It has organization. It just lacks a fixed tabular schema. And structured data? Oh, it can absolutely still contain human errors, typos, and massive ambiguity, even if it happens to be sitting neatly in a spreadsheet.
This boundary reveals a major limitation we need to talk about. Converting text, images, or audio into computational features can actually discard a lot of important context and introduce model-dependent errors. When you force a rich, complex voice recording into a flat text transcript, or you squish a photograph into a mathematical embedding, nuance is inevitably lost, and that defines exactly when your computational results need to be backed up by additional evidence, strict testing, or just good old-fashioned human judgment.
All right, to really lock all of this in, here is your essential rapid recap of the what, the how, and the when. 1. What is it? Structured data follows predefined schemas, while unstructured data needs an additional representation. 2. How does it work? Information flows from fields and media or text into a representation, and finally into analysis. And 3. When does it matter? It matters when matching the method to the question, making sure to explicitly note the strict limits of discarding context during any of those conversions.
So we've traced the path from abstract concepts all the way down to the very real limits of how computers actually understand our world. But I want to leave you with a final provocative thought. As algorithms get better and better at mapping unstructured text, audio, and video into machine-readable representations, will the boundary between structured and unstructured data eventually just disappear entirely? Or will human context always leave a sort of ghost in the machine that a simple table can never truly capture? Definitely keep that in mind the next time you're looking at a dashboard.